I'm filling in for the guitarist of a function band tonight, so I'm about to travel 50 miles to the wedding that we're playing at tonight. When I was younger, I thought that the people who worked as musicians were the people who were the very best musicians, the people that were technically the most advanced musicians out there. I worked really hard to become the best musician that I could possibly be, but I don't think I was ever going to reach the levels that I hoped that I was going to get to. I know there are so many people out there that are far better than I am on guitar that could do the jobs that I get booked to do, but it's not about being the best. And that's what I want to talk about today, about how and why people ask me to do work for them. As per usual when I'm working, I like to turn up early, so I've got here probably about an hour earlier than I'm supposed to be here. I've decided just to take a little trip into Knaresborough just to have a little look around. People often say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. There is a massive element of truth in the fact that it is about who you know and not just what you know. But there's more to it than that. The reason I've got this job is because I played in a band that was supporting a 3,000 member choir. The trumpet player happens to be the drummer of this band. I got the job playing guitar for this choir because I was doing work for the Music Trust. I got work for the Music Trust because I had a friend who recommended me. This friend of mine that recommended me for this, I'd worked with doing musical theatre. I'd basically been the guitar player in about 20 or 30 plays that he'd been the musical director of. And I started doing that because I had a friend who was the director of a show and they needed a guitar player. This friend of mine that I worked with in these theatre productions is this guy.
Please welcome Lucy and her teacher, Daniel.
Now, this friend of mine that I'd worked with in theatre productions once told me that I was one of the easiest musicians that he'd ever worked with before. That's the entire reason why I get work. There are far better, technically able guitar players that could do these jobs that I usually get booked for. The reason you get hired isn't because of your overall technical ability, it's because you are a safe pair of hands. You make their lives easy. It's very no frills. You do exactly what you're meant to do and you do it well. I did put a lot of work in to get to the level I am at, but I know that I'm not ever going to reach the standard that the younger me would have wanted me to get to. My younger self was wrong. People who get the work are the people that are easy to work with. In a way, people are right. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know, but there's more to it than that. There comes a point where, of course, you have to be technically able to do the jobs that you've been hired for. You do the job well, you do it right, and you make it so it's effortless for the people that hire you. You are a safe pair of hands. So I suppose that's kind of my advice that I would give people, is learn your craft, get good, but when it comes to work, you're there to do a job, and you need to think about what the people who are hiring you are actually wanting from you, and then do it. And if you do that, you will just get work.